Hi everyone, it's Beck here, the Swirlydoos Kit Club, and today I have a tutorial for you using the Project Add-on Kit for July 2016. In the Project Add-on Kit this month there was this gorgeous Shadowbox that came, and so I'm going to show you what I made with it. This is completely no mixed media, so it's great for the people who are a little bit afraid of using mixed media. It's very easy to do. So what you do what you get in the kit is you get this shadow box. It comes with a glass screen and there's a little screw. All you need to do is unscrew this and then the glass will slide right out. I haven't used the glass. I took it out and put it into recycling. But if your layout fits within the base of the frame, you could put the glass back in. Unfortunately mine was sticking out and I couldn't fit the glass in again. So this one is 8 by 10 inches. And also in the project add-on kit that came with this, we have some of the Prima Salvage District flowers. So this is the vine and also some of the roses. You also get some of this folk art paint in medium grey. 2 of these wooden sewing bobbins. Some white and some dark brown twine. And also this brand new Prima stencil. So what I'm going to do to start my shadow box is I have taken some of the Kaisercraft provincial paper Hampton and I have cut a square out of that. To measure this I just traced around the back side of the frame and then cut it a little bit off the edges so it fit in. So I used the black side up first and then I cut an extra strip to go on top, which was the floral side. Next I'm taking just one of the sewing bobbins and I'm using this grey paint to paint it. It took me 2 coats, so I did 1 coat, then I dried it with the heat dryer, and then I've added a second coat just to make it nice and even. Also what I'm going to be using today on this shadow box is some flowers from the flower add-on kit. Those are the black Kaisercraft ones. There's also those grey Prima ones. These blue flowers are the Prima French Riviera flowers that came in the main kit this month. I'll also be using some ephemera bits from the Prima Salvage District collection, and this came in the Embellishment add-on. There was also some brads there, the Prima brads, but I actually forgot to use those, sorry. Now just on this grey bobbin, I just wanted to lighten it up a little bit, so I'm just adding a tiny bit of white gesso, just randomly, so it looks a bit more distressed and a bit more lighter. If you don't have white gesso, you can also use white paint. So I just added a little bit, and then what I did is I've taken the brown twine and I'm just adhering that to the side with a little bit of double-sided tape and twirling it around. Now I've made one side longer than the other, so it's a bit uneven. Next I've used 2 photos and I've just backed them with some white cardstock, and then I'm going to start to arrange them using the ephemera pieces. So I'm going to stick them into the frame using some cardboard just to prop them up a little bit. And so I've just got one thing on top of the other, so that one has an extra piece of cardboard. And then I glue those into the frame. I've just got them slightly off centre, so they're down to the bottom a little bit closer. Next I'm going to put in the sewing bobbin and just tucking little bits of twine under my photo. I'm also taking more of the ephemera pieces and just popping them around my photo, just to give some extra interest. A great way to maximise the use of these pieces is to rip them in half and tuck them under. Next I'm taking the Prima vine, and I've just cut that in half because I want half up the top of my layer and half down the bottom. These vines are great, you can cut them up in all different ways to arrange them how you like, or you can use them whole. Now I'm going to spend some time to arrange my flowers. I always like to arrange my flowers before I glue them on, so I just kind of fiddle around, decide where I want them before I start gluing. So on this I'm going to have 2 flower clusters, one on the top corner and one on the bottom corner of my layout, and then I'm also going to put a few flowers in and around my photo. I'm using mostly the grey and black flowers, and then I'm adding little hints of colour with some of the turquoise flowers. These little berries are from the Prima flower pack in the main kit, and all I've done is I've cut them up into separate pieces and then just twirling them together to make little arrangements. It's good to just fiddle around and decide where you want your flowers, move them about before you settle on anything permanent. And I've just taken a couple of little white roses from my stash to pop in there. I love the little tendril bits that are on the vine, so I'm just cutting off the bits that were hiding so that I can use them along my edges. And once I'm comfortable with how my flowers are sitting, I start to glue them down. I quite like this, the Aliens glue. I find it good because when you're doing stuff like flowers, if you glue them down and then you're not happy with where they're sitting, the glue doesn't dry fast enough to stick them straight away. So you do have a little bit of time to move stuff around before it's actually stuck down hard. But when this glue does dry, it's very, very strong. So this uses a lot of flowers. Obviously, if you don't like this amount of flowers, you can scale it back. So once I have the flowers on, I'm just sticking a few more pieces of ephemera in. Again, I like to rip them in half and use them as 2 pieces just to make them go that extra little bit. And it's also great to add extra interest amongst your flowers and behind your photo. Next I've taken the little mini bottles that came in that ephemera pack, and I have filled them with some glass beads. So one has the crystal glass beads and one has the turquoise glass beads. I've also used the Mr. Tom's Treasures paper from Peon that has the borders paper, and that has those little white butterflies on them, and I've just cut those out. When you glue on your vials, make sure you put a little bit of glue around the cork and the top, and this will help it from falling out at a later date. So I'm just gluing my little glass vials on, and also my little butterflies. And I also have some of the white twine. I've just tied this into little bows and tucking it in behind my flowers. So that one length of twine that came in the project add-on kit, I got 3 little bows out of. Next I'm taking the Kaisercraft black Rhinestones, which came in the Embellishment add-on kit this month, and I'm just adding them to the edges of my flowers along the edge of the frame. I do this randomly, I just kind of put them on in different sizes. They're not all the same on every side. Also add a little bit of glue to the bottom of them just so to make sure they stick that extra bit. So I find that if you don't stick any glue on, you might get the odd pearl or rhinestone falling off. And then finally I'm taking a liquid pearl pen, and I'm just adding little pearl drops to the middle of the butterflies and then a few inside the frame. So that is that finished. It's all done. It was really easy to make, and I hope that you'll try to make your own Shadowbox. Remember, if you would like to have your own Swirlydoos kit, head to swirlydoos.com to subscribe and become a member, and you can have your own kits delivered every month. Also, remember to join us on the forums and our Facebook gallery for lots of great competitions and challenges every month. Thank you for watching. Bye.